Greetings, ladies, gentlemen, and others. Today you find us three weary travelers on a never-ending dirt road that lines the border between greatness and absolute garbage, a pilgrimage that all great fans of anime should one day travel down, but today it is our turn. We will ask many questions and receive many answers. Today's answer is Rush. I'm Tristan.
I'm Miles.
I'm Geoff.
And welcome to Quest for the Best, the anime podcast where we try and find out what the absolute best anime are of all time, according to us who have the absolute best taste possible. Asterisks.
Unquestionable takes.
Can I say something about your speech, Tristan? Shouldn't it be between greatness and goodness? I mean, I do agree that the line on our list is between greatness
and Pompo the Cinephile.
Pompo the Cinephile. But I think we're trying to find the line between greatness and goodness, not
that's what we're trying to do, but that's not what we end up doing.
Yeah, I guess.
Anyway, we're starting off today with another side quest that is going to be a game by our good producer Yazy, who had us all logged into an online buzzer because we all know how good we are at buzzer games. I know nothing beyond that point.
So today we are playing, I say we're playing like this tells you what you're playing. This doesn't tell you what you're playing. We are playing a game that is unfortunately specifically discriminatory against audio-only listeners. I'm very sorry, audio-only listeners. This is purely a visual game.
You will have to go to youtube.com/QFTB and watch, and also click the subscribe button. You won't be able to see the game if you don't click the subscribe button.
That's true.
And it'll also be blurred and limited to 240p unless you also hit the like and the thumbs button.
So true. That's my favorite YouTube feature of all time.
Mm-hmm.
So today you guys are going to be guessing first it's going to start with the hair of certain characters. So the hair has been cut out. And then I will switch to a harder round. I think that's harder, is accessories of characters. Iconic.
So are we just like, is it just like silhouettes that we're seeing?
It is the hair cut out.
Oh, so just the hair, but it is like in full color?
Yes.
Okay. You realize the second you said that, my mind just went to, hey, you know how every isekai protagonist has the same hairstyle in like
unfortunately
50 to 60 different series?
So that's
the hard mode for this game.
There are some rules, okay?
Okay.
The first rule is you can only buzz once, but if I have to give you guys a hint, I always say the buzzers. But you can only buzz once. You get 7 seconds to answer. None of that buzzing first, thinking next. Geoff?
Yeah.
That was a targeted rule. And the series title is not enough. I don't care if you say the series title. You don't get bonus points for that. But the nickname of the character is acceptable. You do.
So we need to name the character, not the show.
Yeah, a nickname of the character is okay. Like, I can't even think of a character with a nickname. But if there's a character with a nickname, that's fine too.
If I call the girl in Steins Gate Doo-Doo-Doo, is that okay? Like,
no.
I don't know her name.
I almost put her in here.
Mayurides.
She was one of the ones that didn't make the cut. So that is interesting. I should have put her in there because you said that. Darn it.
This is going to be bad for me because I'm terrible with like character names. I can hit the show instantly.
I'll know the show. Yeah, I'll know the show. Or it'll be like, oh, it's that guy from The Thing.
Also,
you know, he did the... Yeah.
You have to get the exact character. And trust me, okay? Just believe me when I say the words. You have to get the exact character. But the nickname is also
twins.
Not their evil twin.
You're going to have to change the rule to like half points for...
But there will be a bonus point in here somewhere.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. Are we ready?
We trust
everyone's
you.
Buzzers.
No, but
ready?
Right. I'm buzzing.
I got my finger on the.
Okay.
All right, 3.
If I turn on...
I think it's important that everybody know that Miles typed his name all caps in the buzzer app.
What? First
He's
one, I'm
the
sorry.
only one who did so.
Sasuke.
I didn't mean to click it.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm 0.13 seconds or 1.3 seconds behind you.
3 seconds behind.
This is a great tool.
I'm so sorry. I did not mean to click that.
But
my mouse was not even over the button. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. And it is, in fact,
I knew Naruto, but
Sasuke.
I was like, I don't remember his name. I don't remember his name.
All right.
Just how much I care.
All right. Next one. 3, 2, 1. Miles.
Konota.
Yes, that is
0.59
correct.
milliseconds? Okay.
Next one.
It's the forehead girl. She's mean.
Jeff?
I don't even know if I could name the show she's from, but I know her.
Takagi-san.
Yes. Correct. I did not. I gotta be careful with my clickies, but yes, you were correct on that one.
Man, I really gotta watch. I really gotta watch Lucky Star. That's my confession.
Oh, we're going back to Lucky
I really
Star?
gotta watch it. Yeah, no, I was hung up on that because I was like, I was pretty sure it was Konata. I've made a joke about Konata before, but I haven't actually seen it and like embedded it in my brain.
Wow, what a tourist.
Tourist alert.
Oh, yeah, yo.
Using Lucky Star for clout for your videos on
Using
YouTube.
Lucky Star for memes.
Have you guys heard LARPer? That's the new version of, that's the light version of Tourist is LARPer right now. LARPer.
Aren't we all LARPers? Like, I thought that was kind of the point is you LARP.
You'll notice
anyway.
it in comment sections now. People will be like, you LARPer. All right. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Suletta.
Correct. Jeff was first. Does it tell you? It tells you guys who was first, right?
Yeah,
Okay, good.
it shows how
you
far
guys can
off.
see too.
And how far off we were,
Okay.
yeah.
I literally am like Space Gremlin, and then I'm like, that's not her name.
The space
And I wait
lesbian. What is she?
until I knew for sure.
All right. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Miles?
Yeah. There you go.
Lupin.
It is, in fact,
third.
Lupin. Yes.
I'm at least happy that even if I don't get any of them right, I'm within a second of the buzzer. You know, that's kind of good enough for me. As long as I get it within a second.
Also, the fact that you know them, that's good. You were worried you wouldn't get any of them.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
That could
Miles?
be so many people.
Is it Vegeta?
Incorrect.
All right.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of different art for Dragon Ball. I was just
But
like,
is it
you know,
is it even Dragon Ball?
That's
No.
gotta be. If that's
It's
not Dragon Ball, I'd be surprised.
No, it's not Dragon Ball.
It's not.
No,
Is it
it's not
Then I
the
have
right
no
hairstyle.
is it Ugovin?
You
from
can't. You
Hunter
got to
x
buzz
Hunter?
in. If you're going to guess, you got to buzz in.
He did.
I buzzed.
He did
Oh,
buzz
you
in.
did?
buzz in.
Okay. No. Tristan, it is on you, and then I will give a hint.
Hint, please.
All right. I will reset the buzzers. His name starts with an R.
That does not help.
Raditz.
We've already
No one
determined
buzzed in.
not-
I will not answer the question.
I'm not putting Raditz in there.
Do we want another
Starts with
hint?
R? No.
Yeah.
Sure?
No. I mean, I guess does non-human help?
No, because then it just makes me feel like he's a Saiyan still.
All right. Get your buzzers ready because this is gonna. The anime is Death Note. Jeff.
It's Ryuk.
Yes.
Willem
Is
this
it?
next one?
Oh no!
I buzzed.
Yeah.
I buzzed on the next
Okay,
one.
Yeah,
okay,
I,
no,
would-
it's
I
just-
also buzzed.
Ah!
Yeah. There we go.
Oh,
This
it says I
this
win. It
one's
says I win.
scuppered.
Amuro.
All right, that one's a wash.
Okay. Well, who could this be? Who could this mop of hair be? It is Amuro.
Sad
Pretend that
boy.
didn't happen.
well.
I'm so sorry, Amuro.
Yeah.
I can't believe it took us all. I mean, sorry. The Death Note one. Does that say something about Tsugumi Oba's character designs? Perhaps.
No.
I want to go back,
No.
but I'm
The hair
scared to
like
touch my
Super
screen.
Saiyans. That's fair.
I want to go back to show
you
you
know
guys
what the thing is?
the Ryuk.
Like
but
that same hairstyle could have been the weird scientist guy from Platinum End too.
there we go. I was able to go back. It is Ryuk. There you go. There is
it is Ryuk.
There is
There we
Ryuk.
go.
It is him.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Miles?
Ah, damn it.
Karu.
Yes, it is. It's the gay one from Evangelion.
I didn't remember his name.
Which
didn't remember
gay
his
one
name.
from Evangelion?
True.
My boy.
All right. That might have been the last one. But just for the
Okay.
hair, we're moving on to accessories after, but we'll see. 3,
Right.
2, 1. Accessories. Jeff?
Oh, crap.
Psyche K?
It is, in
Yeah.
fact, Psyche's glasses. All right.
I don't buzz unless I know, even if I know the show. And I didn't. I knew the show. I just couldn't remember the. Well, I didn't know the show. It's like, I've never seen Psyche
These are the
K.
most
I've just
iconic
seen
glasses.
it around.
They're green screen green.
Yeah.
Get with the memes. He's like a Gen Z meme king.
Did we credit where we got the images from already?
No, I'm gonna look up the name of them at the end of this, and we can put it on screen. But yes, this is there's a Japanese channel that their entire channel is doing this game. All the inspiration for this game and the images comes from them. Love them. But I forget what they're called.
This is an English adaptation of that.
Yes,
TikTok
this is
channel.
the English dub of.
This is the English fan dub.
Probably the much worse played.
No, actually, our time has been better so far. But I feel like Yazy's been lobbing us softballs.
Well,
maybe. Okay, ready? I think accessories are harder. So lock in.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, they can be.
2, 1. Who could that be? Tristan noticed it first.
I mean, I noticed this first, but it's Usagi, Sailor Moon, Serena, whichever name you would like to use.
And oh my god, what is this? Bonus round. Everybody gets a chance at a bonus point. Wee you.
As determined by the esteemed...
Yes, so I want each of you, one by one, to give me your best. In the name of the moon, I'll punish you. Whoever
I feel like
decided between your esteemed panel of producers, Chloe and I, whoever does the best one will get a bonus point. Those bonus points, as we've learned in this game, could be valuable. It could be the separating factor. All right.
Geoff, stop getting into position. I don't know. I'm voice acting this. I'm doing this one for the audio only crowd. If you start moving around, it's gonna make
I did put her on screen for a reason. So
yeah. It's the full performance, Miles. Come on.
I can't do the full performance. Is the problem?
Get into character, Miles.
Ugh. All right.
Geoff, do you want to go first?
We're not theater kids.
Do I have to go first?
Yes. You just made such a big deal.
Thanks for
you have to go
volunteering.
first.
Okay. In the name of the moon, I'll punish you. Oh man, I really
have
did not do
confidence.
the fingers.
Tristan?
I didn't do the fingers well.
Sure. Tsuki ni kawate oshiokyo.
Whoa! We're gonna have to get English subtitles on screen.
That's pretty good. I don't.
Tristan
can I
wins.
follow that?
Tristan wins.
I don't need to do it
No,
now.
wait,
This is
Miles,
great.
get in there, Miles. You got to give it the old try. Come on.
In the name of the moon, I'll punish you.
I think Tristan might have to get the point.
Yeah, Tristan.
Yeah, of course he does. Goodness.
So,
Chloe, do you agree?
Little
I don't want to override your secondary vote.
fun little mini story I'll put there before we move on. In school, she'll kill me for telling this. I don't care. In school, my sister got very well known for one very specific thing, in that she was a very big Sailor Moon fan, and she could sing the Sailor Moon theme song. But the reason why she got famous at school for it is because she could sing the entire thing in Japanese. And we were kind of obsessed. And there's a reason why I was able to sing Sailor Moon when we did karaoke last year.
I don't think I've ever heard the Japanese opening. I gotta look that up.
It's the
Fighting Evil by the Moonlight.
It's the same thing.
It's the same in... Actually, Deke did a surprisingly good job dubbing the music.
Considering and for the time, yeah.
Not the lesbians, but other than that, good dub.
Okay, I'm gonna try not to fuck this up towards the end. I don't know why it keeps double skipping. I swear I'm being so careful to only click once. Okay, ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1. Miles.
Oh my god. Kai. Supreme Kai.
Nope. I'm next.
Yeah.
It's
Jeff's
King
next.
Kai.
Right.
It is King
It's
Kai.
King
I'm so
Kai.
sorry. Supreme Kai is a different character.
He sure is. The thing is, as I was saying it, I'm like, Kai, but I'm like, it's not, there are multiple Kais.
That's why I said you have to be specific on the character. That's what I was trying to hint at.
And I'm like,
when I said there are somewhere nickname, Kai does not count as a nickname for him.
You gotta remember the way you remember it is it's
no,
Kai,
I know it.
Kai
No, you don't have to.
Kai O Ken.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Geoff. Okay, careful here, Geoff.
That is Rom.
Wow. It is. I was hoping that would get you. I was really hoping you'd say Ram on that one.
No, because the bows are color swapped. You did actually save me, though. You saved me.
How?
Because you were like,
you told him.
Yeah, you were like, careful now.
That was
you
not.
let him know that this was a trick question.
All right.
I feel like
answer
this
on
is
instinct.
collusion and nepotism within the game.
0.36 milliseconds off.
I think that's the
Would you
record
have
so far.
gotten
I think
Rom,
that's
though,
the record
Miles?
so far.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I don't mistake best girl.
Yeah, he would not have. He would not have.
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Geoff. Again.
That's Chi-Chi.
It is Chi-Chi.
So there is a Dragon Ball in here.
Yeah, the iconic.
To who?
To people who've watched the original Dragon Ball.
Yeah, all 5 of us in America.
All right. I think there's only a few more left.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Tristan.
Death the Kid.
It is Death the Kid. Yes, it is. Patty and what's her sister's name? Patty and
Liz and Patty.
Liz and Patty is what it is. Yes,
Yeah.
but Death the Kid is the correct answer because it's his accessory.
In fairness, I had a different answer when I hit Buzz until I saw the skulls, and then I was
Yes.
like, "Oh," because at first, yeah, because I
You were
saw the
like
pistols,
Remy?
and I was like Revy, and then I
Revy.
saw the skulls. I'm like, "Oh wait, no, Death the Kid," and I was good. I got it. I was
Good
still
save. Very good save. Also, does Revy hold one upside down though?
She holds both of them upside down
okay.
occasionally.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fine. Fine. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Tristan?
Ogiri Kapu.
Yes, it is. That was a test of your memory from what you guys recently watched. She was in one of the ones you guys recently watched, right?
I mean, it was only a handful of days ago I got to see the beginning of a new era, which did have Ogiri Kep as a brief cameo in it. And
That's like one of the best parts of the movie when she's just like in the cafeteria, like nom, 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 nom.
Well, she wasn't. No, she wasn't eating in this one.
What?
She went up to the rice machines, and then the rice machines didn't have any rice left.
Oh,
'cause
right, and
everybody
she was
ate
all
it.
depressed,
and she
yeah.
was. Yeah, even though she clearly had already eaten a lot.
She ate most of the rice that emptied out
Probably
the
what
rice
was
machine.
All right, ready?
I love Ogiri.
3,
Yep.
2, 1.
I know who it is. I just don't remember his name. I can tell you the series. I can tell you all the cards in his deck, Geoff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. I know.
Geoff?
There we go.
The
Weevil
other thing is-
Underwood.
It is, in fact, Weevil.
There you go.
And his iconic beetle glasses.
Thanks, Miles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think there's one more after this.
Is that it? Or one more? Okay.
One more, I think. It'll just stop whenever. So I might go 3, 2, 1, and nothing happens. 3, 2, 1. Tristan?
That's Fern.
That is, in fact,
Mhm.
Fern.
You'll notice the listeners at home don't get to see the buzzer screen, but it is always me as the buzzer who got away.
The one who's
You're always a
half
little
of a
bit
second
behind.
Just a little bit behind. Oh, except the early ones. The early ones I wasn't getting at all.
All right, ready?
I know I was winning for once.
3, 2, 1.
Uh-oh.
Miles.
Full frontal.
What? Yeah, this was one I was hoping would trip people up, but it is, in fact, full frontal specifically. Char would not have counted as an answer. It is full frontal.
I actually thought, and I couldn't remember his name. Do you remember the guard guy in Hack Sign that sticks around Subaru a lot? He's got a face mask like that.
yeah,
I for a second thought it was him. It's similar. It's not the same, and I couldn't remember his name, so I didn't want to.
That one has a lot of the same lines. But just so everyone knows, my connection froze like literally right when you clicked over.
Too bad. Mine didn't, so.
Is your connection okay now?
Yeah,
Before we
hopefully. You know?
Okay.
All right, ready?
I thought it was until that happened.
3, 2, 1. Oh, this is the last one, and I think because it's the last one, it's very hard. Miles?
Haruhi.
Incorrect. Haruhi's is yellow.
Oh,
0.6.
that was my
Tristan, that was your
my guess too. At 0.6, yeah. Haruhi was my guess. Like that could be a lot of
Yeah,
people,
that's
but
why it's
Haruhi
the
was
last
the first
one.
thing I got to.
This is a hard one. Geoff,
I
do you
know
have
who
a
it
guess?
is.
If not, I will give a
just
hint.
need to wait for Geoff. Yeah.
Yeah, give a hint, but yeah.
Reset.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I
reset
wait.
up.
No, I mean I get to make a guess though, right? Before we
If you want
If
to.
you want to, yes.
Before we hint, yeah. But if she hints, then it's
Yep.
free game again.
God, no.
Can I buzz in before the hint after
I'm
Geoff
not gonna
goes?
say it. Yeah. Let's just hint.
Oh, Miles, if you think you know, you want yes.
No,
go ahead.
no.
Wait, the hint. Oh, no. This has got to be fair. This
If
is
Miles thinks he knows without a hint,
Yeah.
and
Miles,
you're fine
you can
with
try
giving it to
again.
him,
Sure.
okay. Fine, Miles. If you want to try again,
Is it Mikuru?
no. Well, who's that?
Damn it.
From where?
Also from Haruhi.
Also
Oh, no.
Haruhi. No.
Incorrect. No, they would be. Oh no, I guess not everyone. But Haruhis are yellow. That's all I remember. Okay. The hint is the source material is originally a visual novel.
do you understand how little that narrows it down?
That's still not getting you guys. I believe her name starts with an S. One more hint. Last hint. She is from the Fate franchise. Miles.
Rin.
Incorrect.
Osaka.
Her name does not start with an S.
Who else wears red ribbons?
You know what? I'm just gonna
Geoff?
Saber. That could cover a lot of them, so I'm just gonna say Saber.
Incorrect. I don't. That doesn't count because you have to be exact. So
Is it not? No.
If he has to be exact, my guess would have been Saber Alter.
it is
But-
not. I don't know if she is.
Is it Sakura?
Yes, it is Sakura. I will give it to Miles
there you
because
go,
nobody
but-
was going to get that. It is, in fact, Sakura.
Sakura. That's
Yeah.
That's a hard one.
I mean,
It's a hard one.
That is fair.
the most. Can I make a hot take?
I'm going to be called a Fate fan. A
LARPer.
fake fan.
No, you know what?
Oh, well.
You know what? Like, I know that she's really important to
The route, if you
to
actually
Heaven's
read
Field.
the LN, yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like easily the most forgettable character in all of Fate.
I mean, that's how everyone who
Then you've
actually hasn't
clearly
played
I have
LN
not read the
feels,
LN.
yeah.
Heaven's
But,
Feel,
like-
yeah. Or watch the
Or
Heaven's
watch
Feel.
Heaven's Feel movies, yeah.
No, I have not watched Heaven's Feel. It's okay.
And you haven't watched Semiya
Beyond
cooking.
that, though.
No, you haven't
Cooking
watched
with
Semiya
Emiya
cook.
Kun?
Yeah.
yeah, I haven't watched Emiya cooking either. You're right.
We need to put that on the list. Where's that going on the list? That's a great ass show. It's the best Fate show. Better than Fate Zero.
No, Carnival Phantasm.
Hmm. Isn't
Wait.
the Emiya cooking like a spinoff of Carnival Phantasm?
No, well, no.
Well, what is a spin-off in the Fate franchise? That's an existential question.
It's a multiverse. A Saberverse, one might say.
Well, that is the end,
Guy
just so
whose
we know.
favorite
Point three
Fate
people
entry is
understand that.
Tsukihime.
How did we do on points? I
There's
was
very few people. Miles 6, Geoff 9. Congratulations, Geoff Thew.
Yay, Geoff won.
Come on.
You sound so enthused,
I'm
Yazy.
gonna put myself at 7 points because I did get Amuro by
He did.
You did. You did.
Well, I mean, the thing is,
That was my bad. I don't know what's going on. This is the first time we've had slide troubles. In my defense, the other 3 slideshows or 2 slideshows I've done have not.
And I would
That's true.
argue, Miles, if you really want to go back to it, I buzzed first, but I buzzed before the reset. So my buzz was on the previous thing before it got reset. But it's fine because it's a wash.
Yeah.
Indeed.
All right.
I mean,
Good game,
neither of
gentlemen.
us could have buzzed on that one, just so you know. We had both buzzed on that one, Tristan. Like as soon as I saw the Amuro, I was like, click, but it was too late. Because
Well, that's because you had buzzed on the previous
exactly.
one. I didn't.
It got
Yeah, but
before it got reset. So there's no way to know. There is no way to know who would have gotten Amuro, which is why we washed it.
Sure.
But I think all of us would have gotten it. Within
Tristan
like a
did get the
millisecond.
most important point, and that
It's
is
true.
immortalized on
Yeah.
the internet
Bonus
forever.
point.
The winner. in
Yeah,
our hearts.
you know what? Actually, that one's worth 7 points. So Tristan wins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like the snitch in Quidditch.
Oh, God.
I was thinking
Such
of
a
giving
stupid
Sakura
rule.
as 2 points in case anyone got her, but
Nobody got her.
Nobody got her.
I technically
Well,
did. It just was
hey,
a
and
mistake.
you know what? You guys, Tristan, you giving me shit. You're like, oh, you haven't seen Heaven's Feel if you think she's forgettable. You still forgot her. You still did not identify the only like memorable.
I'm not saying that she's not
character
forgettable.
Design.
the memorable part of her character design is the purple hair.
I guess.
Do you want to know how many iterations I've seen of her where she doesn't have that bow?
Yeah.
I mean, she has white hair sometimes, but she still has the bow.
Is she
sometimes?
Saber, was I correct to say I don't think so?
No, she's not a
Sakura
Saber.
faces are also a thing.
No.
There are a lot of Sakura faces.
There are a
There's
lot of Sabers,
lot
but
of
none of them
Sakura
are
faces.
Sakura.
Well, yeah, no, Saber has more faces, obviously.
Okay, so the original game, by the way, I want to give credit to the original. This is just like a Japanese company. They appear to have a whole .co.jp. I wonder what they actually are. I don't know. I only watch their TikToks. Whoa, what the heck? Anyway, they are Dom_Domu is a channel on.
Cool.
I'll type it out in Discord later so you can put it on screen, Tristan, when you're editing.
Gotcha.
But yes, Dom_Domu. Their whole channel is just playing these games, and yeah,
Go check it out.
Yeah. Although I will say, you guys I think might actually be better than them. You got some that they didn't get at all, so
They would have got Sakura right away, though.
yeah, they did get Sakura right away.
That's all that matters.
All right, I am out of here. Bye bye.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Yazy.
Thanks, Yazy. For our question of the week, Marcos Acosta asks, what anime that is finally continuing after so long are you excited for? I'm happy that we are finally getting more GATE, the JDSF Defense Force, Japanese Self-Defense Force,
Propaganda.
and Isekai.
I'm surprised we're getting more Gate. I'm happy.
I'm surprised it took this long.
The Japanese imperialism propaganda. Yeah, I'm also stoked on that.
There were
honestly.
several of that. I mean, I also really like Outbreak Company, which is a very similar feel.
Outbreak Company is the inverse. Have you watched all the way through Outbreak Company?
Gate?
Outbreak Company is like the anti-Gate. The ending of Outbreak Company is they turn on the Japanese government for the glory of anime and manga and video
okay,
games.
so from that perspective, yes, it's the anti-Gate.
No, like
It's the Gate Gate.
it's specifically like against using anime as imperialist soft power. It's super based.
What's crazy is that I can still remember Rory's name from Gate, and she is like not the type of character I care about at all. And also, I didn't even care about Gate. I guess I did watch all of it, but I also promoted it. So
the thing is, like, Gate it's super addictively consumable, right? Like putting aside the fact
solo
that,
leveling of its day.
No, that's SAO. Nah, yeah, solo leveling I don't think is Korean government propaganda, whereas like Gate is very, very, very let's invade some countries and bring our superior.
It's called the Self-Defense Force. How could they invade countries, Geoff?
It's fine if it's a fantasy country.
I mean, you know, like they invaded first. You're right. They invaded first, so we have to go in and completely conquer them. But like Tanks versus Dragons is just such a cool idea that it carries a lot.
So I was still doing like this is when it came out when I was doing 10 to 20 events a year, right? Like as a booth babe or at panels and stuff for Crunchyroll. And it was crazy how many people came up to me and they're like, did you know there's an anime about fighter jets versus like magical girls and dragons? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, it's called Gate. And it's so cool. And they're elf girls and they like shoot people. And I'm like, yeah. And people would tell me about like me, the like guy in the orange t-shirt. They would describe Gate to me over and over and over and over again. And I'm like, you guys are selling me on this and I've already watched it. Like, what is going on in this conversation? It happened so many times.
I'm imagining that it's even more surreal if you were in front of one of those like large Crunchyroll billboard posters that actually had Gate on it and you just kind of turned to look at it. Yeah.
You know, low key, I think it might be one of the most America-pilled anime in existence.
Oh yeah, Gate is when anime went mainstream in America. We didn't need Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen. Gate was like the
gateway.
No, it's.
I was going to say the point where the second derivative goes to zero, but you know, whatever.
Yeah, like, oh man, I'm actually really not looking forward to the conversations we're going to have about Gate because like people are going to point out that it's like very transparent constitutional revisionist propaganda, right? And like people are going to be like, oh, don't impose your Western views on like Japanese opinions, when like what Gate is proposing is fundamentally one of the most controversial issues in Japanese politics, right? Like,
I think anyone who watches Gate should be forced to watch Mishima: A Life in 4 Chapters by Paul Schrader before they watch Gate.
Yeah, that's I haven't watched Mishima, but
yeah. Wait, really?
No, I haven't. I hadn't even heard of it.
Quest for the best about Mishima?
Okay.
You know who Mishima is, right?
Yeah.
So for the listeners at home, Mishima was a kind of like a radical political figure in the 60s and early 70s in Japan, who tried to do a coup for Japan's self-determination. Because the United States, when they reformed the government of Japan in the 45, 46, put it in the constitution that Japan was not allowed to have a standing army ever again. There's a lot more to it. I'm really minimizing it. It's a fascinating film, and I can't recommend it highly enough as just like a piece of poetry, even if you're ignoring the political context, because it's about a real guy. Like, it is fundamentally a biopic, but it is also like just a very compelling film on the human condition. Where does it go on the list? It's a live action film from the 80s. Okay.
So that is Marcos's suggestion was Gate. We have not given our own happy that the anime is finally continuing after so long.
So I'm I hate to say, like, there's a lot of options, right? Like that I could pick from this year that are like, oh, hell yeah, finally, right? But I think in my heart of hearts, what I'm most looking forward to is finally having an animated version of the Rent-A-Girlfriend pool boner scene. Because that's happening. Like episode 2 of season 5 is they're finally going to. So I'll be able to replace. I'll be able to update my Nirvana Nevermind meme. No, but
one of the commenters, Geoff, said that the way you talk about Rent-A-Girlfriend is the way that like Naruto talks about Sasuke. And
no, like the thing is, it's the way that Kuwabara talks about Yosuke.
Or it's the way that Geoff talked about SAO about a decade ago.
Did I just say Yosuke? It's the way he talks about Yusuke, yeah. When Rent-A-Girlfriend's over, I'm going to be like, you were supposed to be here, man! You were supposed to be ruining my life for decades! Like, that's going to be me. But for real...
You're gonna be like the Joker when someone just tells him that Batman is Bruce Wayne. He's like, I wasn't supposed to know! The fun's gone now!
But I'm just trying to think, like, what else? Like, is Dungeon Meshi this year? Dungeon Meshi Season 2 this year?
I don't think so.
I don't know. The things in front of me don't go into fall. I'm only seeing, like, this season and then spring and summer.
Yeah.
In summer, I'm not saying that this is, like, a goated series or anything, but I'm quite happy that we are getting a Season 2 of Magie Lumiere, Magical Girls Incorporated. It's a reasonably decent Magical Girl series that I enjoy quite a lot. I'm not going to say like it's list worthy or anything. It's not, but I enjoyed watching it because I like the idea of, hey, all this magical stuff happens all the time. So there are all these like magical girl companies that exist like Ghostbusters, and they just come in and get rid of all of the magical shit that goes on. And I'm like, this is such a cool concept. Even if like it could have been done a lot better, I'm still enjoying it for what it is. And I'm happy that we're getting another season.
Does it count as a sequel or like a long-awaited thing if it's finally the adaptation of the actual Ghost in the Shell manga?
I mean, I wanted to use that, but I feel like, I don't know. I mean, because I also don't know how good it's going to be. I'm very hopeful, but I've been hopeful for things before only to get burned.
You don't know how good Science Saru
I know how
doing
good
Ghost
Science
in the
Saru
Shell is going to be? It's
I also
be
know that I also know that they have a completely different series that they're going to be airing at the exact same time.
That doesn't mean anything, especially with a studio like them. They could have finished one.
Yeah.
They could have finished both of them already.
They're almost certainly
I'm
finished
hopeful.
at the same time.
I am hopeful that both of those shows are going to be great, and then we're going to have to fight between the two of them for best of year. I would love that.
We are
absolutely adore that.
Well, no, because 3 of my favorite manga are coming out all in April.
Yeah, April's so like I'm cooked. You know, I'm just not going to be able to do anything but watch anime for.
I'm gonna have to watch 20 anime a week. Like me, I don't have time to fucking watch 20 anime a week.
Dude, like Clevitas. I'm so excited for Clevitas season 2.
Akane Banashi.
ReZero?
Akane Banashi. ReZero. Clevitas is summer. Clevitas is summer.
ReZero is April.
Yeah,
Witch Hat is April.
ReZero, Witch Hat. Wistoria season 2. Low-key, like, Wistoria is amazing.
You can just wait to watch that, though.
What?
You don't need to watch that week. You don't need to watch Wistoria week by week. It's just, like, fun and cool.
It's super bingeable. Yeah, you're right. Demons of the Shadow Realm.
We're getting the 4th season of monsters sit around a desk and have a meeting.
I can't. We've already, like, forgotten almost everything we talked about when we did the bonus episode about what we're excited for. But yeah,
no. So for me, it's very easy. Drops of God is finally getting an anime, and Witch Hat Atelier is finally getting an anime, and Liar Game is finally getting an anime. So like 3 manga that I've been obsessed with for a long time now are all becoming anime, but that's not what the question's asking. It's about sequels. So ReZero, which is also running at the same time. Ah!
We're cooked. We are absolutely cooked.
Also, I really want to watch Clevitas because everyone talks about it really nicely in a way that makes me think I would really like it.
No, you would.
Geoff has told me specifically. Yeah, you've told me specifically I would like it.
Yeah. You're a... dude, Snowball Earth, man. I'm so stoked for Snowball Earth. April is going to be... anybody that is set up as in a Gynex pose for the promotional art is with a giant robot behind them. I mean, that's just, we're watching that. Hold up a sec. So wait, I think MAL might be wrong because I was pretty sure that Ghost in the Shell was coming in April because like Amazon Prime announced that it would be exclusive.
I've heard both April and July, so I don't know which to believe. I'm leaning more towards July personally because
it's on
I just
MAL.
feel like. I don't trust MAL, and B, like we're really close without like a proper PV. Like we have that mini PV that came out a couple of months ago, but
the Prime Video did an announcement about it, so it should be in that announcement.
Wait. This summer, Kyoto Animation is doing a steampunk anime.
What's it called?
Sparks of Tomorrow. Or
that one, yeah. No, I saw that.
Nijuseki Denki Mokuroku. Eureka, like Eureka, and then Eureka again, but spelled with
20th century electricity catalog. Yeah,
that
Kyoto Annie.
Kyoto
Annie, man.
Kyoto Annie doing like not like.
Here's the thing. The bottom line is that best of year is going to be very contentious this year. Unless all of these are garbage, and none of them should be.
What if, Tristan, Bookworm is everything you hoped and dreamed it would be?
It won't be, because it's part 3 of Bookworm. If it's part 4 of Bookworm, it might have a chance, not part 3. Even if it is everything I want, it'll make it into the top 5. If it is everything I want, it'll be in my top 5. It won't be my number 1 for the year. It has such a high bar to climb compared to everything else that I know is also coming out this year. For Bookworm to be my number 1, I mean, Ghost in the Shell's got to be garbage.
Man, I feel like there's a lot of like, there's so many like sleepers here. Like Akane Banashi very much has anime of the year potential. From what I've heard, Liar Game does too.
Yeah. If it's anything like the manga, if Madhouse can make a good anime.
Yeah.
Can Madhouse make a good anime? I don't know. Can they?
If they have great source material, can Madhouse make a good anime? I would guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably Liar Games, AOTY. I mean, Gopher Nakamura just put out their PV and it looked so good. And my wife loves that manga. So
also, I mean, Marriage Toxin, like, I don't think that's anime of the year material, but that's like, I mean, gonna be a banger for sure.
Yeah.
Well, do you know what's really funny? I'm going to be every single week watching the beginning after the end season 2.
Well, yeah, because you're working on it.
No, I have no relation to it whatsoever. I just watched season 1, and I actually watched season 1. And I have a bunch of reasons to believe season 2 is going to have zero production issues.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they fix a lot of the problems with it. I read a little bit of the book and I didn't like it that much.
Fair.
You know, it's as far as I got, it's just kind of a Mushoku Tensei knockoff. But maybe it improves after that.
Speaking of,
but I do like a lot of Mushoku Tensei knockoffs. Yeah, more Mushoku Tensei. Very excited for that. Rooster Fighter. I don't know, like probably not, again, anime of the year material, but certainly gonna be on my
worth watching.
Yeah, on my like that. I'm afraid that my ones to watch is gonna be too shonen pilled, because like April we've got Marriage Toxin, Akane Banashi, Rooster Fighter, Mao. Which, if you haven't seen Mao, or like if you haven't checked out Mao in the Viz app, which now that I'm saying it out loud, I doubt that either of you have. It's Rumiko Takahashi's new thing. It's kind of like fixing all of the problem, like all the structural problems with Inuyasha, is kind of how I see it. It's about this girl who she goes into a shopping, like through the gate to a shopping arcade, and ends up traveling back to the year of the Great Kanto Fire. And there's kind of like a mystery there of like, why did I go back to this specific time? What's the connection here? She ends up like, there's this powerful cat yokai and this exorcist who she ends up in like a romantic relationship with. And the romance actually advances at like a good clip and just doesn't just stay in will they, won't they land for 95% of the MacGuffin hunt. I don't think there even is a MacGuffin hunt now that I'm saying it. It's just like, it's really good. It's I think the best thing that Takahashi has worked on since Ranma. And I'm super stoked for I didn't even realize the anime adaptation is Sunrise. That's gonna cook. That is gonna be, let's see who the director is. Teruo Sato, episode director of several episodes of Inuyasha. Yashahime director. So like,
he's familiar with the source material.
Yeah, he knows how to work with Takahashi stuff. I'm just trying to see what else he's directed. The only thing he's directed.
I mean, you saying that means you haven't watched very much of Yashahime, but
well, I haven't watched very much of Yashahime. I watched like 2 episodes. Really?
Is it? Every episode I've watched, I was bored to tears.
I watched
really?
No, I watched 3 episodes and I wasn't bored to tears, but I was like, but
I liked it. It scratched my Inuyasha itch. I was quite pleased.
I have no nostalgia for Inuyasha.
Man,
so
we went to
not the target audience.
I went to karaoke with
Sungwon,
Steve Yurko, a bunch of really cool people. And we were we did the 2 of the Inuyasha openings. The first one, the Change the World, and then God, I can't remember the Japanese name of it, but the Bokutachi wa that one. And I was just like, God damn, the animation in Inuyasha is seriously beautiful. I had forgotten like how
nice it was.
Yeah, how good that show looks. Like I knew there was a reason that it was my favorite over Naruto, over Dragon Ball, over all that shit when I was a kid. But like I was like, man, I was sunrise pilled from a very early age. Like the use of lighting, the like little flourishes, it's so above other weekly shonen from the time. It's kind of crazy. You know? Just what a show. What a show. Anyway.
I want to give 2 last shout outs. One of them is another weekly shonen Jump adaptation. Dandelion just got announced as coming out next season. The new thing from the Gintama guy.
Isn't that his first ever manga?
I don't remember. That would make sense to me from my memory, because I don't think he's done something since Gintama.
I remember, like, because he made a comment about it. Oh my god! Like, I just scrolled down to the ONAs. Dorohedoro season 2 is also hitting next season. Like,
this is just becoming a repeat of the episode.
I know, but like, I all of this had washed out of my brain because there's so much good stuff happening this season. And like now I'm like, oh my god, I have to scramble to catch up with all of this stuff.
At least you don't have to catch up for Do You Like Big Girls, Tristan? You can just watch from episode 1 on that.
I'm so excited. That might actually be the anime of the year. I'm not. Do you know? Like I've gotten plot spoilers on that, and like
I have. So the reason I'm aware of it is because on every anime related subreddit, there's been about 5 people a day saying, "Hey, what's this anime from? What's this from? Anime name, please." And they're just posting the key art.
Finally, tall girls with big asses in a harem anime. Thank you. But also, like, low key, I hear that this is going to be the anime industry's redemption arc for the atrocity that was Shiunji family children. Finally, some real incest.
Some good.
That's the point you're trying to make. I see.
But
wait,
also,
isn't I mean, also like the San Euphonium movie.
Well, yeah.
Oh my god.
But like, I also cannot overstate how excited I am for Snowball Earth. Like, that's like low key. I think, God, there's just so much. We can't go. We're just repeating shit. But what a year. Last year was crazy, and this year is even crazier, but we should move on to a crazy anime from a couple years ago on our main quest. Main quest topic is the greatest video game adaptation ever made, bar none, not even close. What would it be? What else would it be, Miles?
Please, just do your introduction. We'll get to that.
Cyberpunk Edgerunners. Studio Trigger, CD Projekt Red, and Netflix teamed up to make. I said project so weird there because I was like, I was gonna say
CD
project, but then I like halfway through corrected to project, so I was like project. You know, like CD Projekt Red, Netflix, Studio Trigger teamed up to make, again, the greatest anime adaptation of a video game of all time, and it's not close. Cyberpunk Edgerunners, a story set in the world of Cyberpunk 2077, but not a direct adaptation of the story of Cyberpunk 2077, which is low-key part of why the story is really good. Not that I'm a Cyberpunk 2077 story hater. It would not make a good anime.
Well, I mean, I would argue most open world games would not make a good anime.
I don't think it made a very good video game.
You're wrong. That's okay though. You can go agree with Josh about that. I feel like a Breath of the Wild slice of life cooking anime could go really hard. But that's
arguably it already exists, just not with the Zelda branding.
Yeah. So Hiroyuki Imaishi came out to direct 10 episodes of pitch perfect tragedy. I would call it the anti-Gurren Lagann almost, because it's they're fundamentally about the same sort of arc of like rising up from nothing to try to like literally reach the moon. Like the message of Gurren Lagann is like infinite hope and belief in the growth potential of humanity. And, you know, in true cyberpunk fashion, Edgerunners is about how fight all you want, you can't beat the city.
In your very poetic video essay about this anime, which I was watching today at the gym on to prep for this episode,
I should have done that.
You said something along the lines of, this is whereas Gurren Lagann is Imaishi basically balls to the wall. This is Imaishi at his most restrained. This is him being as human as possible, whereas Gurren Lagann is him with that like endless optimism.
Yeah, Gurren Lagann is psychotic radical humanism, and this is more, just humanity. I don't know what the exact word is, but yeah. I probably said it better in the scripted video essay where I thought about it. For
Extremely
a really long
poetic
while.
video, Geoff.
Thank
I was
you.
really impressed. Yeah, no, very good writing.
I got to make more videos like that one. That was a good one.
Now, I don't want to disparage Cyberpunk Edgerunners because I really do like it, and we can get into that. However, Geoff made the claim that it is the best video game adaptation, bar none, to which I have at least two that I would say are better.
Which?
Well, first of all, Clannad. Unless you want to make the argument that visual novels are not video games.
Visual novels are not video games. I'm just...
so Heaven's Feel doesn't count as a better anime adaptation?
I like visual novels are like, I feel like it's a very different process to adapt a visual novel versus adapting a video game with like gameplay and player agency over the direction of the story. Sure. Whereas like there are a lot of really good visual novel adaptations out there because it's already a linear story. Like at most you're like deciding on, okay, how do we merge these routes, or which route are we going to adapt? And, you know, you have to make some adjustments for pacing the same way that you would any book, but it is a book with pictures at the end of the day. A good visual novel is a book with pictures and sound and a bunch of other stuff. And actually, it's like the easiest type of video game to adapt because like it's so close to an anime format already. But unlike a book, you've already figured out what the characters sound like, what they look like, all of these like little details. So, you know,
I have two questions for you, Geoff.
Yeah.
One, are you a glutton for nasty comments about you online? Because you've just upset the entire visual novel community. Not that I like fully disagree with you, especially not for the adaptation part. But you said they're basically books. Two, does Tokimeki Memorial mean nothing to you?
Tokimeki Memorial is not a visual novel. Tokimeki Memorial is a dating simulator with a visual novel format. There's a very big difference. And adapting Tokimeki Memorial into an anime would be way more difficult than doing a Fate route or Higurashi or, I mean, like Higurashi.
They've done anime where they just do every route like one after another.
I say that about Higurashi, but like Higurashi's anime was actually lightning in a bottle, and every single time that they've tried to make a Higurashi anime since then, it's been
just
terrible.
Fallen flat. Yeah.
Although, from what I understand, that is also a problem with the later Higurashi games being not as good. Again, Tristan, you can speak to it.
I agree. Early Higurashi was kind of like lightning in a bottle. I mean, Yume Mineko was very good as a visual novel following on. Its anime adaptation was garbage, and I wish it didn't exist. Now I wish...
You wish people didn't get into Umineko organically?
I mean, if
Umineko is super sick if you've never read Umineko.
If you've never read Umineko, then sure. Until it ends, and you're like, what was that?
I do just
That's how I feel at every anime.
Before we run away, I do want to like attempt to stem off people getting pissed at me because like
they're not going to. You're fine.
I mean, you know, I want to be clear. This is not a statement of disrespect toward visual novels, right? Like I like visual novels. I just think that fundamentally,
they're not video games.
It's in terms of how you at least adapting them. It's thinking of them as video games is not helpful.
Oh yeah,
you know,
that was definitely your main point. I was just giving you a hard time.
Yeah, I know, but like, 2 days ago, I made a tweet where like someone was like,
well, that was your first mistake.
Yeah, but someone was like, oh, Fire Force got to be the first anime where the fan service matters to the plot, and I quote tweeted that. Being like, Go Nagai isn't even dead yet, but he jumped in his grave just to spin in it. And people were like, Go Nagai wouldn't like Fire Force? That's not what I said. I feel like
why would Go Nagai also not like Fire Force? That's
but that's not what I was saying, right? Like people were sarcastically, people were sarcastically like, this Go Nagai? I'm like, that's the point I'm making. The point I'm making is that fan service has mattered to the plot since fan service was invented. That's why they call it plot. But like, I had all of these idiots who didn't read the tweet. People don't read. People don't think about what you're saying at all. You have to spell it all out, and you have to spell it all out the first time, because if there's a follow-up, people will not listen to the follow-up. I think we're already past the point where somebody's going to clip me saying what I just said about visual novels aren't video games, right? Like that's going to be clipped completely out of context, and somebody is going to be yelling at me on the internet about it.
We're going to do it.
And
beat him to the punch. That's what I say.
And you can also clip this part and you'll put it under there. And because of how social media works, because it's not outrage baiting, it's going to get 1/10 of the views.
Well, I mean, but the thing is, before the podcast started, you said all fans of the Fate franchise deserve a painful death, and they will see no God at the end of it. So, like, when you're that kind of guy, like, people can pick up on that vibe, even when it's not something you said on the podcast. Sorry for sharing. Just so we're clear, that was a joke. A private Miles
conversation.
Made.
Totally I do hold that opinion, but I didn't actually say that to Miles.
So this anime called Cyberpunk. Why do you like it so much, Geoff?
Wait! I had the other thing. I said there were two, and then we got off topic about whether or not visual novels are other.
The Angry Birds movie?
He's going to say Uma Musume, which is...
No, I'm not going to say Uma Musume, but... Well, I mean, I can't, because the best Uma Musume is Cinderella Grey, and that's based on a manga, not the games. The ones based on the games aren't good. No, I was actually going to say Digimon Adventure.
Okay, that's a virtual pet adaptation. I'm sorry.
Still a video game.
No, it's a
still a video game. It has as much interaction as...
It's a handheld toy adaptation.
No, it's not even a handheld toy. So you guys are both being very offensive to a lot of people's digital pets.
It's a digital pet. You're right. It's a digital pet adaptation. There's a very big difference.
There were graveyards that would accept Tamagotchis.
That's amazing. Imagine
like pet graveyards, not real ones, but like pet graveyards are real, I guess. But pets have no souls in most religions.
Real? Hot take, Miles Atherton, 2026. Graveyards are real, I guess.
Get an urn, put your Tamagotchi inside of it. That's
sorry, I forgot to feed you for a week. I had homework.
Man, I saw this video the other day of this little girl crying because they had to like reset her AI companion, and like people were like, this proves that this technology is changing the future. And like, I saw kids on the playground crying over their dead Tamagotchis.
Yeah, but that's
we anthropomorphize things. It doesn't prove anything. Sorry, Digimon Adventure is very good. Cyberpunk Edgerunners is a better anime than Digimon Adventure. And I say that as somebody who's like fully on board for at least Tamers being on the list. But like, I love Digimon Adventure. But like, Cyberpunk Edgerunners is
really good.
I think it's the best case study for short sub 12 episode anime out there.
That's actually the place where it's the weakest. Dude, you want the hot take from Miles, the me being a contrarian to myself. This show would have been so much better at 16 to 18 episodes.
16 to 18?
I agree. I'd love it as a 24.
I
mean, I'm the sucker for 24s in general, so that's not surprising coming from me.
I love how like it's diced up into these like self-contained arcs, and you just get like all the juicy stuff with all killer, no filler. It is an all killer, no filler anime. And like, maybe you can argue, yeah, we want some filler. That's why they're making the spin-off manga where you just get to spend some time with Rebecca, which is a great idea. They're making Edgerunners 2, which, you know, I think it's a whole new cast of characters because it made a lot of money.
I mean, it needs to be a whole new cast of characters.
Yeah,
it needs to be.
There's no. I mean, you
can't like season 2 of Stranger Things this.
Yeah, you can side story it. Like you can have it be like a side story where like Becca
and you can have cameos.
Like,
the survivors.
Cameos would be
sure.
Good. Like, because I would hope that it's set. Maybe in the same time period, or like has some overlap where we get to see a little bit more of David and Lucy, right? Because like I do kind of agree with what you're saying, that I would love to see more of these characters hanging out with each other and going on adventures that aren't like
doing jobs. Yeah,
you know, like.
Well, no, that's not what I said.
No.
Oh.
I didn't say I wanted to. I said I needed to.
You needed to. Okay. You know,
I'm saying that the show felt like it was missing that humanity. And it felt like one of those really unsatisfying 90-minute action movies in like the way that I consumed it, where it's like, this was so good and the only thing I needed was more. Right? And like, so Promare is a really interesting comparison, because Promare was the one time where I got that kind of action movie where it felt so satisfying that I didn't mind that it was just one and done.
Just
right?
movie,
Like that, it did not need to be longer. It did not need an extended version. Like, I felt like everything we got in Promare was exactly what we needed. And I'm saying that because, you know, there's a lot of same people worked on it, right? Like it's a very easy comp for me. But that also kind of highlights the lingering feelings of seeing these characters' relationships, because, you know, I think you started off before we get into spoilers, like, this is a tragedy that is very clear if you watch the opening and have eyeballs.
Yeah.
Right? Or
it's also a tragedy if you've read or know anything about Cyberpunk as a genre, let alone
or
the
played
games
the game.
and the history.
Yeah.
I mean, the game could have been a one-off if that's your only experience, but Cyberpunk as a genre does not end well. Never does.
Like if you watch the very first scene of him like fantasizing about going out in a blaze of glory, killing a bunch of cops as like his escapist fantasy, it's like, I wonder how this is going to end. Are you familiar with the concept of?
Do we have to be worried about you?
What?
Do we have to be worried about you then?
I don't know. I don't. You know, I'm in a country where I hopefully won't have.
Anyway.
You're in the country where Arasaka comes from. Yes, I get it.
I'm in the country where, I mean, no, that's all like a holdover from 80s Orientalism and fear mongering about the Japanese Empire.
Yeah, the Japanese Empire, or the Japanese society, famously not very capitalistic or techno-optimist in the worst possible way possible.
I mean, yes, but also like, the idea of Japan, like a Japanese company becoming like obviously there is more than a basis in just Orientalism for that cyberpunk trope, right? Like it's in the understanding of Zaibatsu, but like also absolutely the idea of like, oh, in the future we're going to have these big Japanese mega corporations that are worse than American corporations, and like that is just 80s Reaganite propaganda.
No, but I agree with you about a lot of cyberpunk media, including this game, Japanese culture is used as an aesthetic in a way that's a little skeevy at times. And you know, it makes a lot more sense here because this one's produced in Japan, but also, if we're going by the My Anime List definition of what's an anime, this is not an anime. The story is by, the folks at the
CD Projekt.
Well, no. Yeah. So the thing is, like,
or by Pondsmith, depending.
Yeah.
The screenplay, however, is done by two Japanese guys.
Yeah. Rafal
So the story is done by...
Yeah, Rafal came up with the story originally, and then he worked with the screenwriters to like flesh
the same
out.
thing as Muppet Babies or Scott Pilgrim, and yet those are not considered anime.
Because MAL is stupid.
That's my point.
Yeah.
We just love bashing over Mal.
I'm still mad about the fact that like I had to like correct. I have unfixable, incorrect animation of the worst anime director of all time because I assumed that the people updating the MAL database would double check that the photo of the person on the page about the person is that person.
That's your second mistake. No, I got caught when I was making the Death Note video on that as well. There were plenty of people that did not have correct names and photos, and I was lucky enough to have caught it before my video went up. But
I should have double-checked ANN, because ANN's database is actually correct.
Well, yeah, but ANN also doesn't have photos all the time. That's
that's the trade-off. Yeah.
They don't have my photo. I don't know if they might. I'm on the credits for Evangelion home video release. You're welcome. I did very little work. I basically got there when it was already done. I just marketed it. Anyway,
your name's there.
But my name's there. I don't remember where we were at.
We were just talking about Cyberpunk and like Cyberpunk
as a genre and how terrible it is, as far, or not terrible in like a quality perspective, but terrible in like none of them end well. They're not supposed to.
Yeah.
No, Cyberpunk is supposed to have a happy ending. If you have Cyberpunk and happy ending, you don't have Cyberpunk. That's kind of the thing. They're not supposed to be happy. They're supposed to be bittersweet at best.
And because of that, I would have liked to spend more time with these certain characters, especially to make their tragedy a little more meaningful. And I think that like it does a good enough job of it, but I just felt like it to me felt like I was missing episodes. Like that was really the issue, is that narratively, the structure of each episode, the way it was paced, I felt like, oh, and now we're here. Oh, and now we're here. Oh, it felt like it was
a jump a couple of times. Yeah.
It just felt a little compromised by its length in ways that I'm not used to feeling that way.
So
I used to feel the other way.
I don't know. Like, to me, I think it uses every episode perfectly. And I consider it very close to what I love about Apocalypse Hotel, which, I mean, you would also say like Apocalypse Hotel maybe needs some more, or you want more episodes of Apocalypse Hotel.
No,
but No,
I mean, okay. I want more.
Yeah, but
emotionally, I want more.
Yeah, I don't necessarily know if more would have made it better.
To me, I feel like every single episode of Edgerunners finds the characters at a key turning point in their lives and tells you everything that you need to know about like what got them to that point and what carried them forward, right? And like, I don't know, I maybe you weren't sobbing in the finale, but like I absolutely was. I going to play the game now. I really want to stay at your house. Like every time I come on, that comes on the radio, I'm like, I got to stop for a second and be like,
yeah,
my boy David, Lucy, I hope you're up there somewhere. I really hope we, like, in a future Cyberpunk where we get to go to the moon, we actually see Lucy in there in some capacity.
I actually hope we don't. I feel like it's better not to. I feel like if they had Lucy show up in almost any other respect, it would kind of taint it a bit. I wouldn't mind seeing like a message that she's made or some evidence of her, but seeing her as an actual character anywhere, I don't know if I would be down for that.
They worked Easter eggs related to that into the
game already,
but I don't know. I just think she's a really interesting character and has more to bring to the setting with like her specific set of skills and her origin and stuff like that. And like,
yeah, but most of that could just be applied to a new character and not really infringe on her and David's story. That's
I guess. Point. Yeah, I suppose. I
I would just be more worried about having her there and then being like, why did you do this?
Have it taint David's sacrifice. But like,
yeah,
the thing is, like, to me, that would be very Cyberpunk, because in Cyberpunk, even a happy ending is just for now, right? You know, like there's no, unless you burn this city, you are.
And even then.
Yeah, you're fundamentally like, even then, but there is a possibility for a better future for your kids and stuff, you know, like.
No, there's not. That's why it's Cyberpunk is Cyberpunk, because even if you burn the city down, the institutions are still in place. There's you destroy
the institutions.
Society has regressed to the point that the institutions are just an extension of the society. They're not the problem anymore.
Yeah, I mean, they even point out in the game that even if, this is game spoilers technically, but even if Johnny was successful in blowing up like pretty much all of Night City, that wouldn't have changed much.
No, it would have.
It might have delayed things briefly, but like mega corporations exist outside of Night City.
You have to take down the heads of the corporations, and there's a lot.
And then that would just create a power vacuum, and like, Arasaka already has 2 kids. One of them would have stepped up, so on and so forth. Like, nothing would have changed.
No, I think it's fundamentally possible to make a hope-filled Cyberpunk story, but
then it wouldn't be Cyberpunk. That would be my argument.
I'm more with Tristan on this. So here's where I really needed the extra episodes, was for them to not do all the Aspels in the last like 2 episodes. Because it felt very contrived how they got to the conclusion where David needed to sacrifice himself. And a little too much just like misunderstanding stuff. Like it just didn't feel like
the setting, or
it felt like the first half was so smartly plotted. And then like once we start losing characters, it started to get like really intense, and I was like super locked in. For context, I watched the first half of this like a year ago and the second half of it this weekend. So the big gap in between there does not make me the most objective person. I did like skim through the first 5 episodes for this. But the first few episodes felt like very tight, like what, you know, like Geoff was talking about. Like I could not agree more that like they got so much characterization, they got so much like plot. It felt like every moment you were watching this really important moment. And then I felt like, again, just like the Apocalypse Hotel comparison is really apt, I think, because I felt like I did see, there was nothing where I felt like, oh, I feel like I'm missing something and I'm not supposed to, like, or if I was missing something, I felt like I was supposed to miss that. And in this, I felt like, wait, shouldn't we really have a little bit more of this? Or shouldn't we feel like flesh this out a little bit more to really make this a little more meaningful? Because a lot of things came down to like very silly misunderstandings or like gaps in communication that weren't part of like the story. I don't
think it's silly, because like the gaps in communication were intentionally manufactured by Kiwi, right? Like all of this like hinges on this one character who like they are setting up her turn from the first time we meet her, right? You know, like there's this anxiety about Lucy being so much better as a hacker than she is, right? And like losing her place in the group, and then, you know, when she loses, we're in spoiler territory now, I guess.
We've been in spoiler territory.
Yeah, but like when she loses Maine, that like is her last emotional tie to the rest of the group, and from there her betrayal completely makes sense, I think, right? Because like she's not like, Maine was the glue holding them together, and David is that, but like David is too close to Lucy to really like see what Kiwi's anxious about, right? And she ends up getting pushed out. And I think that the characters are super well written so that you understand exactly how each one ends up where they are and why those misunderstandings come about, right? Like you could elaborate more, but I really don't think it's necessary when you shotgun the full 10 episodes at once, right? Because like then you're in this continuity. You're like thinking about, okay, this is what happened and this is why. And I think that also makes it a super satisfying rewatch because you can like understand what all of these characters are thinking better as David meets them the second time around.
Well, so the thing is, I think the show does really good with all the character arcs, right? Like, I think everyone comes to a very really satisfying conclusion. I think everyone, again, acts in ways that mostly make sense. I'm just saying that I felt like it didn't, like, yes, they built up to a lot of it, but they didn't build up to every part of it as much, and that led them to do a slightly more contrived ending to justify the ending that they wanted to get to.
So I'm also of the I very much subscribe to the screenwriting philosophy that I understand the perspective of like no left field, you'd call them ass pulls, right? But no, you have to set up everything. But the philosophy that I was taught at VFS during my writing course there, and the philosophy I generally subscribe to is you can pull like you can use a coincidence or what you'd call a Deus Ex Machina or an ass pull or whatever you want to call it to make things worse for the characters. You just can't do it to have them solve a problem. Like,
you can't save them with it.
Yeah, because sometimes life is just unfair. Sometimes things just don't work out, and that is part of
unfair.
But I think this is actually kind of speaking to my point, because the show is so good at not relying on things like that for so much of its runtime, that when it does happen, things that are a little ass pulley, it's like, well, you had like communicated all these different things in advance. So we see the tragedy coming from like 10 different directions and I feel like I'm on these 10 different train tracks, and then it just feels like all those 10 trains just jump a little bit a couple times onto slightly different tracks at the very end. That's all. Like, and you may be hearing me overstate this issue, but it's just kind of like that's too bad. Because like it feels so close to poetry is why I am more frustrated by it than I should be.
I just think it is poetry, like I just think sometimes in poetry, you have to know when to make something not rhyme because it makes more sense in the moment. And like, I think
it's a very compelling argument.
Yeah. I think that like a certain, if we're talking about the inherent tragedy of cyberpunk, right? Like there is, the system is designed to, screw you over, right? Like it's designed to make resistance functionally impossible, but also like you can't optimize for everything, right? And it's just mathematically optimized to the point of like the little unpredictable factors are more often than not just going to go in the favor of the system, right? It's like life in a cyberpunk world is a lot like living in a casino. Sooner or later, the city always wins. Right? And like the dream of beating the odds is part of the fantasy of like the Edgerunner, right? The
especially since there are characters that do reasonably well, you just can't argue that they're happy.
Yeah.
So like Rogue. I think it's Rogue.
Yeah, Rogue.
Fixer Rogue. Like, you could argue she's had a very successful life because she's been around a long time. She didn't die in a blaze of glory yet, but like I would argue she doesn't have a very good life.
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? There's two types of people in this world. There's the people who like go out in a blaze of glory because they keep rolling the dice until they come up snake eyes, right? Like they keep trying to go for a better future. They're never satisfied with good enough. And then there are the people who like settle, compromise at some point and are like, you know what, I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. And those people always, without fail, end up miserable, right? Like with bittersweet feelings at most. I would not say that Rogue is miserable, but she's got some really deep regrets. And in the game, those ultimately pull her toward, I mean, you can take her in a lot of directions. You have the different choices, but like when Johnny comes back into her life, right? Like that like reignites something in her. There's like a deep regret. And I mean, that's, you know, I do think that the story of Cyberpunk 2077 is legitimately beautiful, and that the characters in that story, like the characters in that game, are some of the best characters in any open world game. So
I do want to bring it back to Edgerunners, but I also want to make a different argument. This might not be useful to Miles as he hasn't seen it, but I actually think that there is a better told Cyberpunk story that has been animated. And that is the story of Sasha, which is used as the music video for Let Me Down, which is the ED of Edgerunners. I would argue that that music video, with its entire story about Sasha and her entire plot told in a handful of minutes, is some of the best that Edgerunners ever was. And it has nothing to do with David or Lucy or anything else. It's a completely side story about a separate character. And the way that her story is told with essentially no dialogue, because it's a music video, is brilliant. And I think it's better than, like, as good as Edgerunners is, and as much as I like it, I actually love the story and everything about that music video better than the show itself.
I think that's a valid opinion. Like, I love that music video too.
It's so good.
To me, it's a matter of degrees. I like Edgerunners a little more, but like it's like a very thin degree between them either way. Like they're part of the same project fundamentally.
Yeah, they're both still the same Edgerunners technically,
project.
But yeah.
So go ahead.
I was actually going somewhere with the game comparisons, because like part of why I think that this is the greatest video game adaptation of all time is because it works so well as an addendum to your gameplay experience without stepping on it, right? You know, it's this separate story that exists as backstory to the game. It's not, there are a few cameos of like very significant Night City players who end up, you have kind of
I cheered for Delamain.
Yeah. You get like all the little things, Wakako, like all of the little tie-ins are great. It makes you hate Atom Smasher even more for when you finally get to that final confrontation with him. I don't
know if here's the thing. Atom Smasher. I want to take a moment there, because this also kind of ties into the game. I don't feel, so having known about Atom Smasher, and I know backstory from Cyberpunk, previous versions, tabletop RPG, and a lot of additional material, I don't actually feel like Atom Smasher was well told in either 2077 or in Edgerunners. I get that in Edgerunners, he's essentially the boogeyman. It's hilarious to me that he exists in a world where Johnny is played by John Wick, because Atom Smasher historically is the John Wick of the Cyberpunk 2077 universe. I just feel like this was triggered because I ended up reading a thread that somebody made on how the first time that you see Atom Smasher in the game should not be until virtually the end, and they should talk about him. They should talk about him and let you know that he exists, but he shouldn't show up until literally the end, and he should be like Darth Vader without a health bar. And the reason why I feel like, and I've seen it posted that he was kind of, he kind of ruins things, is because when you watch the brain dance in the game, where you're trying to go and find the things in the apartment in Arasaka
the murder
Tower,
mystery,
Atom Smasher is there. And the argument that I saw in the post, and I kind of agree with it now that I actually thought about it, was the second that anybody saw Atom Smasher should have been the moment that they were like, this is way above my pay grade and I should back out the heck now. The fact that he was even in the brain dance should have been no, he's involved in any way, shape, or form. No, walk away. You're not making it through this.
Well, I mean, he's the
boogeyman.
That does make sense, but I also think like Jackie's so hungry, right? And that's You know, like
that's kind. Well, yeah, but it shouldn't have even made it to Jackie. Like once you get there, I understand Jackie's reasonings for it. And he probably goes with the whole, well, yeah, he was just he's on Arasaka's payroll. Of course, he's just there, but it's still one of those. He was in the room that we're about to go and steal from. That means he could be in the room at any other point.
So
like.
To me, I actually think it makes a lot of sense with the characters because like Jackie doesn't know better. Corporate V should know better.
Corpo V would know better.
Corpo V, specifically Corpo V, should know better. There should be a dialogue option.
There's arguments that Street Kid and Nomad V wouldn't, like, they'd probably have heard of Atom Smasher, but probably would be we could take him.
But like
the stupid naivety of, we could take Batman.
Like Corpo V specifically should be like, nope, we're out of here. We're out of here. And like there should at least be like a big argument with Jackie. But like the thing is, Dexter Deshawn was already planning to screw you over. Right?
Yeah.
Like from the beginning, he was like, I need some fresh, like talented but naive punks, right? That's why he recruits you specifically. And like I really think that it makes perfect sense for Dexter to throw you in there and to screw you over. Like that to me does make sense. That kind
of makes sense from his perspective. T-Bug should have
blitzed
out a heck of a lot sooner than she did. T-Bug didn't.
Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, T-Bug should have known better, right? Like there are characters
T-Bug
who should have known
better.
T-Bug and Corpo V are plot holes, I would say.
Yeah,
but like it's Jackie carrying you through there, and I think emotionally because you're like riding on Jackie's story through the whole prologue, it makes sense. This is to the other point though, right? Like part of why this is such a good anime or such a good video game adaptation, right? Is like every background is somewhere you can go in the game, right?
Dude, watching this, I really myself watching this half before and half after playing, which is actually why I stopped watching it in the first place.
Because like, you went to play the game?
Well, no, I went to play the game because it inspired me to play the game finally. And also I felt like I was spoiling myself for the game. Because it came out afterwards. No, I know you didn't.
About 2 years after the fact.
Yeah. So I felt like I like playing things in original release order, or like experiencing them in release order. So from that perspective, I felt like it feels like I'm doing something wrong. But when I went back and like even when scrolling through the first 5 episodes, I'm like, I remember that.
But it
was really cool. Not in like a Member Berries way. It was like really satisfying.
I do think that it does take place beforehand. And it was announced. It was technically, I think, announced before the game came out, but not very soon before the game came out. But yeah, no, you should play the game before.
I disagree. I watched the anime before I played the game, and I think it's very brilliantly designed so that you can do it either way. It's got the same fundamental genius as the Pokemon anime, where like you can play the game first or you can watch the anime first, and either way, they are both going to enhance each other. And that's like, to me, one of the most impressive things about it is like it like incepts you into like appreciating the character of these neighborhoods, what it is really like to live in a mega building, all of these little details that like can't really textually make it or into the game because like you have to play it, right? Like it has to be at some point a feature complete product that ships, right? There's all these little and it has to be like I don't
know. I spend like 2 hours as a monk in Kingdom Come Deliverance and think that's the greatest thing. Waking up at 3:30 every day, but eating my oatmeal and praying for an hour.
Cyberpunk 2077 is not a Kingdom Come game. Cyberpunk 2077 is a GTA, and that you have to like. There is better and worse. You need an immediacy to the action. You need to like the action is really good, right? It's one of my favorite shooters of all time. I think it's crazy that you can do all of these different mechanical builds and each of them like plays really differently but still in a super crunchy and satisfying action combat way. Like until I played like it's got nothing on what's the Obsidian game came out last year, you have
Avowed?
a mushroom. Avowed, yeah. Like it's got nothing on the melee combat of Avowed, right? But as melee combat systems in first person shooters go, until Avowed came out, it was definitely like upper echelon, right?
Top tier, yeah.
Like it feels really good punching dudes. It feels really good using the katana to like deflect bullets back at people.
Mm-hmm.
And like the katana deflection gameplay, the like lining it up, making sure that the sniper is aimed at you so that you can like use his bullets to take out all of his buddies. There's like, it feels fundamentally different from how you're positioning yourself if you're using shotguns versus, you know, submachine guns, which is, you know, that much is standard, right? In a shooter, but then you've got all of these different customizable powers to your loadout. Do you want to dash? Do you want to have slow-mo? Do you want to be able to
I want to dash.
Do you, I mean...
And then I want to dash some more, and then I want to dash again.
I mean, you usually get dash, right? Like, you get the double jump legs with the dash, but you can, like, change out your legs if you want to have a different...
More dashes, yes.
Yeah, more dashes versus
I want to parkour through Night City.
Or...
I don't want to drive. I want to ignore all driving mechanics. I want to parkour a whole way through.
It feels so good, right? Like it actually, like the rhythm of like jump, dash, jump, you know, like the and using the double jump to like carry your momentum. It feels really good, which is crazy to say about first person platforming in an open world RPG, right? So like there's a lot of stuff I really appreciate about the game mechanically that I think you just like it was the right move to get you into the action right away from like a design standpoint. And this beautifully fills in all of the blanks of like, I want to live in this world and fills in the imaginative space that makes the
game feel empty otherwise.
I don't think it's empty, but like it creates a context for when you pick up the little notes. Instead of like, oh, this hacker who got killed on this roof is just, you know, some guy, you can envision through like what you see of Kiwi and Lucy and all of these other characters who like come in and out of the anime. You're like, oh, I kind of understand who this person was and what their life was. And it just adds a sort of CRPG like imaginative layer to the little tableau stories that are scattered throughout Night City. And I really liked that, having watched the anime and then played the game.
I mean, it added a lot of soul to the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I think
it did like in hindsight with this anime, the game is better. The game story is better with this context. Like it is a really incredible like piece of media to be able to do some revisionist history on how I experienced the game.
So I don't,
which I liked.
Yeah. I don't think revisionist history is. It's a patch, right? I think of it fundamentally as
game is fixed.
No, but like I mean, literally when this came out,
Yeah.
it was the first point that like Cyberpunk was playable, and then
2 years after launch, yeah,
3 years after it launched, and you know, like I think a lot of people watched this on Netflix and then finally got into the game, and the timing of the release, it could have been better if it hit with like Phantom Liberty, but like I don't know, I actually think that worked out for them really well, because like we got this anime, a bunch of people played the game, and then Phantom Liberty came out, and like people were able to appreciate on their second playthrough just how much
it's like
better.
A shelving effect.
Yeah.
People got in, and then right before they were supposed to leave, then Phantom Liberty dropped, and then
it all builds on itself, and like but the inverse of that is true too, I think, right? Like I think if you play the game first, and then you come into this, you're constantly, you know, Leo DiCaprio going, you know, like all the time, just at all of the little things, like the backgrounds, the fact that every single character that you see in the anime is a playable build in the game, like all of, like, you know, it doesn't feel like Yo Yoshinari's talents are wasted at all, right? Like they all feel like Yo Yoshinari mech and character designs, right? Just but it's all character models that you are going to see in the game based on character models and like
I mean, I'd argue that there's nothing in the game that really fits Rebecca as a character design.
Okay, Rebecca's kind of singular in that fashion, and I think for real, when the next Cyberpunk game comes out, there's probably going to be a whole new suite of character design options that are just let you make Rebecca, and you know, like get those tattoos. They might already be in the game, actually. You know, like
at the very least, someo's modded it in. I'm almost guarantee.
I mean, I was really upset that we never got to see Innie Austin living his normal life in the anime.
That's such a good video. And I think it also speaks to how like the good and bad points of the city design in Cyberpunk all at once. Because like
for the listeners at home, we had like, and by we I mean mostly Geoff, had like a 45-minute conversation after our Pokemon episode about Cyberpunk.
Oh my god!
With and it was
Josh,
it was Josh Triface, and it was one of the greatest conversations ever. And every time Geoff said anything, I was just like clapping, like, yeah, get him. Even though I like Cyberpunk and I had a good time with it, but like Josh's criticisms were so good and so eloquent and so like he's like, oh, that's how I felt about the game. I didn't even realize it till you said it. And I'd love to be able to podcast like Geoff could podcast in that moment, right? Like that was truly inspirational.
Yeah.
I can't fully speak to it because we were pretty late on it. And it's like we finished the episode. I think I sat in for like a good 40 minutes while they were like shooting fire and Molotov cocktails at each other over this game. And eventually I was just like, all right, it's like 1 a.m. I got to bail, but have fun, guys. Yeah.
I've never been sadder to leave a call though.
That was I had to end it, and I was real sad. I had to end that call. It was a good convo, and I think it informed. I still haven't. He dropped his big Cyberpunk video in the middle of my big crunch time, and I still haven't had time to like sit down and watch it. I know a lot of people were pissed at him, and like. If he acquitted himself even half as well as he did in that conversation, I'm never been more happy to agree to disagree with somebody. Like
hooting and hollering with everything that man said.
Yeah. Like I do think he makes a lot of good points. I'm not going to argue with a video I haven't seen. But like,
fair.
It was a good conversation. Yes. And I think a lot of the frustration, I understand that this is his process, right? And I think he would have had a better time if he played Phantom Liberty alongside the main game.
Well, so the thing is that to bring it back to the anime, the parallels between the game and the anime are so numerous. It feels like they were both based off of the same rough draft in a way.
Yeah,
they might have been.
Well, no, because I think Johnny Silverhand was an important part of the game from the beginning, and that's just like the missing element,
the missing
here,
thing
right?
that Edgerunners doesn't have.
Yeah.
Well, by that logic, then Edgerunners is very good in a comparison to the prologue of the game before Johnny kicks in.
Sure,
that's
down
the
to
thing.
the Atom Smashers show up.
Johnny
that you can actually kill him in the prologue. It's
so
hilarious.
Johnny. Like what's interesting about him is he's what makes you can kill Atom Smasher in the prologue.
Well, kill. The game respawns him like he just got knocked out or something.
Yeah,
like you don't actually kill him, but people have done it.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I haven't watched.
He's unkillable from a narrative perspective. It's not like you stop him from showing up later or anything.
But from a gameplay perspective, you can actually.
But he has a health bar, and you
down
can knock
him like
Nemesis
in Resident Evil Nemesis.
Yeah. He really should have been, like, as I mentioned, he really should have shown up like Darth Vader without a health bar and then just absolutely owned you.
Dude, I actually imagine if Atom Smasher showed up as a Nemesis type character in Night City, like if you hit like a maximum wanted level or something like that, there's a chance of like rolling Atom Smasher showing up to like collect Arasaka's property from you. I mean, that would kind of mess with the story because if he was aware.
No, they should just do take the Lord of the Rings, the Shadows of Mordor, that mechanic of like the cops would remember you and you're like, hey, you're that kid. And then it's like, boom. And then it's the cop's name flashes on the screen and you have to fight the same cop over and over and over.
That'd be great. Yeah, that'd be great.
I'd like that.
But like,
Zenigata, not again.
Yeah. I think fundamentally
if there was a way to be Lupin the Third and Cyberpunk in Night City, that would be pretty freaking great. I'm just
you can kind of design you can make Lupin if you want with the character creator.
It's not
Inspector Gadget is not the same as Lupin. How many times do I have to tell you this?
Yeah, you don't have Adam Smash it going, I'll get you next time, David.
Yeah.
Next time.
Yeah, you can't quite be Lupin. We need a Lupin. We need a Lupin RPG. That would be one of the greatest. Like a Lupin,
people argue
like
that's
a Lupin
Persona 5
thief style immersive sim.
True, that'd be interesting.
I just need more immersive sims in general because Cyberpunk was not that.
Yeah, no. Cyberpunk. Yeah, I think it's.
But that's what I want from my 100-hour RPGs is an immersive sim, and those are the qualities I like most in the game.
I think Cyberpunk has some sim elements, right? Like it's as much as Deus Ex Human Revolution, maybe a little bit less, but like I think it's got some sim elements. Not like I said Human Revolution. I think it's sub that even. Because when you make an open world, you can't make an immersive sim. Fundamentally, those are two. You have to go wide or you have to go tight, right? Like
to the anime's point.
Yeah.
The anime feels pretty immersive. It feels like it's really built up this world. It does benefit
blanks.
Massively from having this other piece of media along with it. So when you make the argument that this is the greatest video game adaptation, I actually want to quibble with that, not just because it's Final Fantasy, The Spirits Within, but because it's... thank you, Tristan. But because it feels more like a true companion piece. Like this feels like the Oracle of Ages to 77's Oracle of Seasons.
That's what makes it the best for me, right?
That makes it the coolest. That makes it the most important, the most essential. Because I don't think you should ever play Cyberpunk without watching this anime and vice versa.
I mean, I do think that you could watch this anime without playing Cyberpunk and still have a good time.
Sure.
I don't think that you should play Cyberpunk without watching this. And I do think that they enhance each other in a beautifully synergistic way, right? Like
symbiotic.
One of the most amazing
things. They're in conversation with each other.
One of the most amazing things to me about the Cyberpunk 2077 project is that the way that each edition enhances everything else. Phantom Liberty is so unlike every other piece of DLC because it
has Idris Elba, yeah.
I mean, that too, but it completes the world, right? It adds in these side quests that I feel are missing from making Cyberpunk 2077 the greatest open world game of all time, bar none. Screw GTA, I'm sorry. But the gameplay loop, once you add in the car stealing mechanic, right? As one more thing that you can do in addition to just running up your wanted meter, because in the base game, there's just not a lot of good fuck around potential in Night City. It's a bunch of interesting story tableaus spread out and a lot of good side quests, but you can't make your own fun. And Phantom Liberty adds that sauce plus a much better story. The way that each new piece of Cyberpunk 2077 slots into the rest of it is incredible to me. They did that with The Witcher too, I think, to a lesser extent.
Did.
The Witcher.
I think
the Witcher
DLC
games
for The Witcher were so essential.
Yeah, no, they are essential. I guess The Witcher, the books fill in the blank spots in The Witcher games the same way that the anime and I'm sure that if I went and I played some tabletop Cyberpunk Red, I would probably be even more immersed in this world.
I don't know if I would play Red, but that's because Red's the newest and it kind of came out. I don't think it came out exactly alongside, but it's pretty. It's
designed as an addendum, like as a modernization of Cyberpunk's tabletop design.
And you don't even. I would argue that you don't even need to play it necessarily, but like there's a lot that you can get from a world building perspective just reading the old modules, just like reading them from a DM perspective of how would I run it, and there's like all the motivations about the characters. Here's all the things that happen were you to run this module, and you can kind of just run it in your head with whatever characters you want, and you kind of get a similar experience. I know it's not exactly, and it would be better to actually play it with people, but
we should do a Cyberpunk campaign together. That's I think that would be super fun.
If you're ready for Punchy McPuncherson playing over here.
Yeah, that's but like video game adaptations that just retell the story are 9 times out of 10 at least fundamentally worthless. You know, like
that's why Sonic 2 and 3 are so good.
You know, like the Persona 4, the Persona anime are probably the best of that.
At it.
Of that sort
of
thing.
The Persona anime are what got me into Persona games, so I have to give credit to that.
You know, but like the only, as somebody who played the games first, all of them were just super redundant and like boring to me, right? Except, you know.
Well, no, then you didn't have to replay the game, which was great.
The P3 movie's good, and I think Persona 4 the Golden, from the perspective of having already played the game and like, here's a slice of life anime about these characters that is, you know, that's what I want to see from a game adaptation. Like, I don't think that most games make good movies, you know, except or TV shows, except for visual novels, which is why I put them in their own category, right? Like, I just, what is interesting about games is the ability to like live in the world, craft an imaginative space, right? Film and TV are about having a very specific experience served up to you that's been like handcrafted by somebody else. And I think on a certain level, they are fundamentally incompatible, right? I think that's the reason that basically every video game adaptation except like fighting game adaptations has failed.
I was about to say like Street Fighter and all that is,
but fighting game adaptations work because you just do a tournament arc, right? And like
love a good tournament arc. Hook me up with it.
But I mean, Mortal Kombat rules.
Mortal Kombat 2.
All of the Street Fighter, Fatal Fury, all those anime are just inject it right into my veins, baby. Yeah. But like,
didn't you like the Takahashi? Did you like the Mike Ace Attorney movie?
Yeah, but I mean, Ace Attorney is like
that's like a visual novel, right?
It's kind of a visual novel. It's kind of a point and click adventure. It's like right in the middle, but point and click adventures also adapt really well to TV, like and vice versa. You know, Sam and Max, perfect example of TV show, comic, and point and click adventure, all in perfect alignment.
Angry Birds 2, same thing.
The first good video game adaptation of all time is the Maniac Mansion TV show. There's a whole, you know, like adventure games and point and click adventures and visual novels are kind of, again, their own thing, right? But point and click adventures have a little bit more freedom, a little bit more aroundiness. It's a little bit harder, but I think still it is possible to turn that into a TV show because, you know, fundamentally you're going for scripted comedy and storytelling. Whereas, like,
well, I mean, that's why Sengoku Basara is also pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I haven't actually watched Sengoku Basara. I think I watched like one episode of it, and I was like, I should play this game.
It also helps that it's full of the ikemen.
But and also like horses riding up vertical surfaces and like.
But also like fundamentally, Sengoku stories are like a known quantity when you're making an anime, and I think that just making it feel like the video game while telling 90% the same story that a lot of other, like, the same history.
What about the Layton movie? The Layton movie is just basically another Professor Layton game.
Point and click adventure.
And it's really good.
Point and click adventure.
But it's like a new whole thing.
Yeah, I know. I think that's really good. Like, that's what I want to see more of, though. I want more of this. I can live in the world of the game imaginatively through a different product. Like, that's what's so appealing about Pokemon, right? The Pokemon TV show. And
because we all live in a Pokemon world.
Yeah, and Digimon to a certain extent, although like Digimon is more like Digimon doesn't have like a single cohesive setting as of Tamers. Since then, that, like, they've got these multiple servers of the digital world that I think connect different realities and times, and there's a lot of there's a lot of lore to justify everything being connected, like they kind of post hoc did to Yu-Gi-Oh, where like they had to craft a multiverse story just to bring everything together. I hate multiverses. That's a separate conversation.
So where on the list?
Oh, I want super high.
Well, I mean, Miles was already joking that Spirits Within was a better adaptation, so maybe like right under Spirits Within.
I mean, I wasn't joking.
Wrong. I mean, Spirits Within is like spiritually doing something similar, and that's part of why I appreciate Spirits Within.
Yeah,
more than Advent Children.
Well, that's a pretty low bar.
Yeah,
So let's give a little bit of context here.
Okay,
Geoff has this in his temp list in his top 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tristan has it in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't seen it before I put together my temp list and didn't update it since this morning. So
where is it now?
You're still digesting it, kind of.
Well,
I feel pretty good about where I would place it, which is not on my
Miles
personal.
Historically is very good at saying, "Hey, this is what I feel like in the moment without digestion."
I think it is a like extremely solid like anime that I'm not embarrassed to have be anime of the year for that year. But that was an exceptionally weak year for anime, in my opinion. So
I mean, I still think it would have ranked, right? Like,
oh yeah. Not in this year, not last year.
Yeah, last year, absolutely. No, it would have been like top 5,
top 10, maybe.
Top 10, maybe.
Top 5. No, like I don't think it beats Apocalypse Hotel or Orb, right? Like if you're ranking
absolutely
Orb.
not. Yeah,
but
I wouldn't put it higher than Uma, but that's me.
I wouldn't put it higher than Uma. I wouldn't put it higher than Takopi. Like, and that's the thing. We have a lot of 2025
Takopi for sure. But
we have a lot of 2025 anime on our list, and like I think it's
sorry. I need to hold. This is a much better constructed and well justified tragedy than Takopi. Like Takopi is good, but like Takopi, if you want to talk about like plot holes and contrivances, Takopi has that problem much worse than Cyberpunk Edgerunners. Much worse.
This is between you two because you were the ones that were hyping Takopi so much back in the time.
I like Takopi a lot, right? But like this clears Takopi.
I know where you're coming from. I don't agree, but I also don't fully disagree. How's that?
Yeah.
I'm comfortable putting it below Takopi. I'm comfortable moving Takopi down if it makes you that mad. Goodness. But like I'm okay moving Takopi down if you feel that strongly, but I don't think this is a great anime. I don't think this is on our quest for the best. Like I would not be embarrassed to see this on our list. It's just not
at
one
all
that I would advocate for personally, because I think it is mostly really a companion piece to a pretty good video game. And that's where I think it's so necessary to have those two pieces of media together. And that's not a strike against it, but that's like, it almost feels like its main function is a commercial.
I mean, arguably that is the main function of so many other anime for visual. Well, for original
that's
material.
overstated. That's overstated.
It's overstated, but it's not necessarily wrong either.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, it's
okay. Fair.
Like to me, I if I'm thinking Imaishi anime, right? Like
near the bottom half of the list, yeah.
No. I like Let me refresh myself on exactly.
I need to remember everything
what
that
Imaishi's made.
Covered.
Yeah.
Tristan, do you put this above or below Promare?
Are you going to allow me to include the music video for the ending?
No.
Then it's on par with Promare.
Okay.
Yeah, I would
Kill a Kill.
No, actually, I think the music video should count because it's part of the anime project. Like, do we not count the Gurren Lagann parallel works as part of Gurren Lagann? I think they count as part of Gurren Lagann, right? I think that is part of what elevates Gurren Lagann to GOAT status.
Yeah, but you also think we should include the manga for Kaguya that we're skipping over in the anime.
I mean, actually, now, I was saying that because, like, I was expecting them to actually adapt it. Now, I'm a little lower on the Kaguya anime because they are skipping over so much good shit.
Let's move it below Eccentric Family.
No, we got to see how it works out first. We got to see how the movie works out. But yeah, if you want to move it below
here's the thing. I would put it on par. I would put it on par with Promare if we don't include the I would put it on par with Promare if we don't include the ending. I would put it higher than Promare if we do, but even within like the realm of Imaishi, I would have like Gurren, Panty, and Kill la Kill higher.
I don't know if I'd have like, to me, like I would go from bottom to top.
Dead Leaves is at the bottom for me.
I mean, yeah, like Dead Leaves are the twins.
I do not like Dead Leaves. Fight me.
Dead or
this is
twins.
More to anyone who's listening.
Yeah, Dead Leaves is like experimental. Dead Leaves is cool, right?
Sure,
but like
Dead Leaves got me so excited by the DVD, and then I never watched it.
Yeah, Dead Leaves is cool, right? But it's a little incomplete. It's got kind of that same manic energy that, like, Dead Leaves is the most Imaishi anime. You know, because it's his first just getting it all out anime. But like,
yeah,
I think it's super messy. I would put, as much as I love the twins from Star Wars Visions, I'd put that at the bottom because like that it super hard, but it's just a little weak, right? Then Dead Leaves, then Sex and Violence with Mach Speed.
Okay. Fair.
Space Patrol Luluco. After that, right? Then Promare. Then Promare. Then Panty and Stocking.
You're combining both 2010 and
both combined. Okay. Then Cyberpunk Edgerunners, Kill la Kill, Gurren Lagann.
Okay, so we all agree that Kill la Kill and Gurren Lagann are better. You both hold on.
We did.
You both have Promare around the same level.
Mm-hmm.
I have Promare way over this.
And just to be clear, in that ranking, this is much closer to Kill la Kill than it is to Panty and Stocking for me.
So I think this is reasonably close to Kill la Kill. I think this is extremely good anime. I think this is. I'm really glad I finally watched the rest of it.
I'm glad you did too. It's a good show.
I think we've had so many conversations about Cyberpunk, the bunch of us, that I'm really glad I finally have a little bit more of an appreciation for everything you guys have been talking about. Mm-hmm. And I was working a booth in Paris selling merch from this show, so I felt like I should have watched it then, but that's a different story. That was a fun experience. But like from that perspective, like this isn't even like the top of our Imaishi list. So I just think we need to be thoughtful about where it goes in the scheme of things. And like it shouldn't be going that far off from Panty and Stocking based off of what you guys are saying. And I think I like Panty and Stocking more than this, I think.
So what I would do is I would move Taco P down at least below Love is War, and then I would put this above Taco P wherever it goes, right?
I'm okay with doing that.
I actually think.
Hold on. I'm okay doing that as long as we keep them both below Eccentric Family.
Yeah, that's like I think.
Well, that's fine.
So I think actually Taco P, if we really want to talk about it, I think Taco P belongs below Panty and Stocking. I just if we're talking about how we all feel, do we not?
I know,
feel...
but that was the thing. I remember the Takopi episode where both of you were railing so hard and positive for Takopi, and now we're dropping it down.
I don't want to.
No, but like I don't know. The further I like it, right, it makes me feel a certain kind of way, right? But I also, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, I just think I've seen. It's got some brilliant parts to it, but like the ending is so clumsy. And it's, like in a tragedy like that, the ending is paramount.
That's actually why I don't like Edgerunners as much. Because the ending is not very good.
No, the ending is beautiful.
The ending is bittersweet.
The ending is fine. It's just like not as well choreographed as everything else in the show.
Everything that came before it.
And for something where the ending is so important because we know what the ending is. And in a situation where here's a much more concise version of what I was complaining about at the beginning. When the ending is something you know going in, and it's so unsatisfying relative to your expectations because everything else is such literary perfection, and then it just kind of feels contrived at the end. It feels like, what did I watch all that for? Look, I still think it's a great show. I think it's excellent. I'm willing to move it above Takopi, mostly because you don't like you've turned your back on our dear squid leader or octopus leader. But
he's not even the best octopus leader.
The eccentric family kind of moves up a bit in this whole process, and it's high. Takopi's like around 20 on my list, around the same place you have Edgerunners, but eccentric family is like top 10 for me. So like. This is a net positive for my list being represented.
Just so we're clear, I said below at least Kaguya-sama, and I think
no. That's why I said I will do that other than below Kaguya.
So what I would like to do is bring it below. So like bring Takopi down to below panty and stocking, and this right above panty and stocking.
Oh, so you want Cyberpunk Edgerunners to be way down there, huh?
Not way lower, but like if I'm where did I put Konosuba? Did I put Konosuba
above Edgerunners in your personal list? Yeah.
So this would have.
I don't think I did. I'm looking at my personal list right now, and it's not there.
If we put Edgerunners right above panty and stocking, it would be slightly below Eiko and Konosuba.
Yeah, I mean, like, to me, like my ranking would be like a little bit above Konosuba Project Eiko, but you guys are.
No, that's great. For Edgerunners,
sure.
For Edgerunners, and then like between Konosuba and Kaguya, and then Takopi.
Between up a bit more. Okay.
Yeah.
Above Konosuba? No, let's put it below Konosuba.
No, I mean it's above Konosuba on my list, but do you guys like Konosuba more than Cyberpunk Edgerunners?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Absolutely. Not even close.
And then I think Takopi should be down below panty and stocking, but not like
Takopi just got moved down 10 spots. I think that's fine.
No,
we've already moved it down.
This is better than Takopi. It's a better tragedy than Takopi. Straight up, I don't think it makes sense to have Takopi above this.
Jeff, Tristan, what do you think? Hold on. Do you agree with that?
I would put Takopi. See, like I didn't like Takopi to begin with, so this is hard for this is hard.
I want your opinion on this because Jeff was the one helping me boost up Takopi.
Yeah, you were both doing the Takopi boosting at the time.
Without Jeff, I'm giving you a little bit of leeway here to move Takopi where you think it should go.
Takopi probably would go under panty and stocking then, yeah.
but still above Milky Subway.
I mean, I'd love it under Milky Subway personally.
No, we just moved it down like 20 spots, which is why we're going to move Royal Space Force above Apocalypse Hotel to make up for
it. No, you put that back. Mr. Miles.
I don't think so.
Bad Miles.
Here, we'll put Takopi below Milky Subway and keep Royal Space Force where it is. There we go.
Okay.
Wait, what? You can't keep doing this to the best anime of last year. I'm sorry.
Says you.
What are you talking about? It's in the top 5 or top 6.
It's still in the top 6. Or what are you talking about? It's down here in number 16.
You just killed Takopi's chances of making the final list, Geoff. I hope you know this.
I mean, I still said above Milky Subway, like personally, but
Sorry,
I think it's just that little bit above Milky Subway.
Mm-hmm.
So we are putting our sins on Takopi's original sin.
Yep.
For the sake of Royal Space Force.
you put Taco People below Golden Boy too.
Oh, Takopi, why am I the only defender left? I love you so much. It is truly, no, and this is the thing, it's truly, it's top 20 for me. I'm really happy with that anime. I'm really glad it exists. And I can't wait to watch it again once I'm emotionally
too. No, the thing is, on my end of year rankings, I put it above Milky Subway, right? I'm just I was thinking about where would I put Cyberpunk Edgerunners this year, and I was like, definitely above Takopi. That is where it would go. Below 100 meters, but above Takopi.
Don't you mean 0.06 miles?
But Miles, you actually can't just change stuff on the list unilaterally like that. You have to put Apocalypse Hotel back. We didn't discuss this.
No, Tristan agreed with me.
I agreed with a laugh and a, hey, that's really funny. He's right, though.
You can't just do that. I'm sorry.
I'm not. It's not unilateral. When it's part of negotiations, we just move Takopi down a little. You could
Miles,
give me.
If we could do that, free run would be a lot higher than it is right now.
We can do a little horse trading here and there. I think free run's top 5. Yeah, come on, man.
Free run can be above ReZero.
I argued for that last episode, and you said don't do it.
We can wait.
Or like 2 episodes ago.
Or we can do it. I'm not putting it higher than G.I. Furu until Sungwon comes back on.
I'm just saying Royal Space Force should move up a little bit because of the injustice you've done to Takopi today. That's what I'm saying. Takopi moved down 20 slots. This is the biggest change we've ever had in the list. And
Miles,
all I'm asking for is a little bit of justice.
Miles, out of all, you're talking about justice for your personal rankings, right? Out of all of our personal favorite anime that we brought here that wasn't something that we all already agreed was peak, right? Yours is the highest on the list.
That's because it's the best.
If we bring someone on back again, he might bring Pat Labor down the list.
How about we do this? To make both of you happy, we just move Gunbuster under Royal Space Force.
That's fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
So then Royal Space Force goes up, but so does Apocalypse Hotel.
That's all I needed I just needed the movement up slowly but surely.
Just the upward momentum.
We made such a big deal about Gunbuster unseating those two, or at least Apocalypse Hotel to begin with, and now it's back below it.
Well, here's the thing. On a aggregate basis, it does deserve top 10. Right? But also, the way I feel about Royal Space Force is just so much greater than Gunbuster, even though Gunbuster is one of my all-time favorites.
Gunbuster's amazing.
The thing about Gunbuster is that every time you watch it for 5 days, Gunbuster is the greatest anime ever made, and then it slips back down, right? It's just in the moment, you're like, yes,
no, that's just you, Geoff. I feel that way about Gunbuster every moment of every day.
You like Gunbuster more than Royal Space Force, then? We should put it above Royal Space Force.
No, Royal Space Force is one of the greatest top 3 worthy, man. Anyway, this is pretty tragic. Can I move it back above Golden Boy at least if you're going to not let me do Apocalypse Hotel? I was just all right, well, since I was feeling generous since we were moving it above Apocalypse Hotel.
Okay, yeah, you can move it above. I think it should be above Milky Subway, personally.
I do not.
I'll give it to you, Tristan.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's fair. Like
Anime, huh? Bye.
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 Next time on Quest for the Best, Digimon the movie with Angela Anaconda.